Hi, good morning, guys. We started a challenge yesterday between Carrie Hicks, and a few other girls. And so the challenge is using creams and grays to create a painting. So I did a few mixtures of my own. I did a little bit of the golden Indian yellow hue with a little bit of the golden Titan buff. And I have this sort of dark cream color to give it a little contrast. And then this is a touch of Artist Loft Maples Yellow and Peebo Ivory. So it gives us a lighter color ivory. And then I have, this is sort of a craft paint, but it's glitter acrylic silver. So this is a very nice color. Hopefully it'll give a little pop of glitter. And it looks like sort of a grayish color. I have just a touch of metallic black left, so I'm going to see what I can do with that. We have Payne's Gray, and then I believe this is Liquitex Silver. So let's see what we can come out with this. I'm going to go ahead and lay down a base of the Titan Buff. Because this person would like all creams and grays. It goes, I guess, with whatever color palette she had chosen, which is fine. They're nice colors. And we're going to get this laid down on the canvas, and then we're going to think about layering our paints into a cup. I might even do two flip cups, one on each side. So what I'm going to do now is just start getting this paint over the side of my canvas and stretching it and pulling it and getting it so that I have a nice base for the rest of the paints to flow onto. I'm going to turn this over and go this way a little bit. And just keep bringing it down over the side, and then come back and kind of rub your spatula over the side, get all that paint off, and try to work on getting it on the sides, and make sure that you have, especially the top of your canvas, complete coverage. You want to make sure everything is completely covered, and it takes actually not as long as you would think using one of these spatulas. I actually am obsessed with this silly spatula. I think I saw Creative Inspirations Priscilla do this, and she's a painter out of Florida. And I tried it, and I was like, ooh, this is the easiest way I've ever seen of spreading paint and getting the sides of my canvas covered. So, and I'm going to start bringing some of this down over the side, get some coverage on my sides here. Now, a little bit more down here. If I don't get all the sides completely covered, that's not going to be a problem. I can always go in and touch up later. As long as the top part of the canvas has all of the paint that you need on it, the sides can always be done later. And one of the things I noticed is sometimes when your paint starts going over the corners, it gets very thin on your corners and starts pulling away. So make sure that all of your little corners and edges have paint on them. All right? So that's that portion, and I'm going to clean off my handy dandy spatula because I use this thing all the time whenever I get a chance to paint. And I'm going to come in here with 2 little 3-ounce cups, and we're going to start layering our paint. And I think I'm going to go in with the silver glitter first, because the first color in will be your last color out. So you want to think about how you want to layer your colors. And just a little bit in there for now. And then we're going to come in here with, I think, the darker ivory color, the one that I mixed the Indian yellow with the ivory. It's a very pretty color. It actually looks very nice against the gray, or I should say the silver. The silver looks sort of grayish. And I'm going to come in here and see if I have just a touch, and I mean just a hair of black. I think I got 3 little drops in there. It's not supposed to be about black, but I want a little something to break up the cream colors. And then I'm going to come in here with, you know what I'm going to come in here with? I'm going to come in here with the Payne's Gray. I think that'll be nice. And Payne's Gray, believe it or not, looks more blue than gray. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. And then we're going to come in here with the Peebo Ivory. Just a little bit. And I'm going to come in here with the lighter of the two ivory colors I have, which is just a little bit darker than the first one. Up. I can't believe I forgot my second cup this round. All right, so we got some of the ivory in here. And we're going to get some of this lighter ivory on top of it. It's actually a little bit darker than that because I mixed it with the Naples yellow. And we're going to come in here with some silver. And I'm going to come back in here with the Titan buff and try to get a few more drops of black in here. The black will hopefully soften the buff and make it a sort of darker gray color. And I'm hoping I have just a little bit of black left. I need to make some more of this. So, and I have my handy dandy air gun here, so we're going to use that. And I'm going to put the darker ivory here. We'll just finish the last little bit of this up. So the black has got a light ivory on one side and a darker ivory on the other. And then we're going to come back in here with the silver glitter, which is actually, it looks more like a real true gray. So I think should work nicely. I'm a little worried about the Payne's Gray because that does look kind of on the blue side. But let's see what we get out of this. So I'm going to flip one cup over here. I'll just let it sit there. And I've got to flip one cup down here. And hopefully you guys can see this. The sun comes in the front of the windows in the morning, so it sometimes gives me a bit of a glare. But we're going to let these sit for a second. And I'm going to move some of my stuff out of the way here so that I have plenty of room to work with this without tipping paints over or spilling anything, which I am famous for. If you look up clumsy in the dictionary, you'll probably find a picture of me. I've never been graceful, okay? That wasn't my thing. So we're going to take the cup and we're going to spread it this way. Ooh, that is pretty. And we're going to take this one and spread it this way. Get some of this out of here. And I can already tell you, I'm thinking of adding just a few more drops of the black to try to get a little, just to try to get a little bit more gray out of this. 1, 2 drops of black there, 1 drop of black there. All right, I've got my torch right here. I'll get some of the bubbles out. There we go. Oop, there we go. And what I'm going to start doing is just kind of moving this side to side a little bit and try to get them to touch each other without losing any paint off the sides. So I'm just going to be swirling my paint around and getting it to move so I can have a little bit more coverage. I'm hoping once I get this black worked out, it will work out to my advantage. And I see already a little booger in there. So come back in here for one last quick torch. I do see some air bubbles here. And is that an air bubble? Yeah, that's an air bubble, not a booger. So what I'm going to do now is come in here with my torch. Let me just wipe my hands real quick so I don't get paint too much on my airbrush. And we're going to start just trying to move these colors around a little bit. I think that black will end up working out well if I just push it into the cream color enough. And we're going to get this kind of worked out a little bit. And just keep spreading this paint out. And I said I was going to get all my cups out of the way, and I didn't. Let's see what we have a little bit left over here, so let's see what we can fill in on this corner. Very good. And I'm going to start working this black and try to, oh, that's going to turn into a nice gray. And try to start spreading some of this paint around and see if we can get some nice paint fingers out of this. Look up here a little bit. I'm still not really great with the air gun, but the more I try, the more I get better at it. Hold on.